Welcome to DCA Adventure. I'm your host Jay, back again with a midweek cryptocurrency market update. If you love our content, please like, subscribe, smash that bell for notifications. Don't want to miss when I'm going live. This is not financial advice, and I am not your financial advisor. Trading is very risky, so don't be trading with more money than you are willing to lose. Also, if you are new and you are wanting to learn how to trade, you're interested in some signal channels or some trading tools, join the DCA Patreon group, join my tier Trading with the View, and by doing so, you're going to get access to private channels inside of our Discord. You are going to get several different trading tools that overlap your charts inside of TradingView, and get all that kind of good stuff, and you'll get access to a special video one time a month where we jump in for all the Patreons. So pretty good value. If you guys are wondering where I'm trading, I'm over on Bybit, Phemex, Pionex, Coinbase, Coinbase Pro, PancakeSwap, a little bit of everywhere. Bybit and Phemex affiliate links are in the description, so use them. You will get deposit bonuses. It's definitely worth it. If you guys are interested in stocks, I'm using Firstrade. They do have a mobile app and a desktop app. They are trading crypto, zero trading fees over there, and for signing up, do your KYC, you will get a free stock, zero deposit. So then you can take that free stock, trade it for crypto, start making monies, right? I'm doing all my TA, all of my charting, all of my tool making over on TradingView, so you guys definitely have to go sign up for TradingView. If you're not on TradingView and using it, you must be under a rock, because it is definitely the best charting out there, in my opinion. I mean, there's all kinds of other ones. You got stuff over on 3 Commas, you got Thinkorswim, you got different things like that, but in my opinion, TradingView is number one. So go make a free account, link in the description. Get a free account, join the DCA Discord, message me, Variant 8, and I will throw you some free tools, give you this moving average script. It's one of the most important tools that I am using all the time. What up, Sarth? Not my normal day of going live, usually going live on Tuesdays, but I didn't get home till late on Tuesday, so I'm sure it'll be a while before people roll in here, probably towards the end of the stream. But let's jump right on over to CoinGecko, my super favorite place to look at the overall cryptocurrency market. And as you guys can see, Bitcoin is up 4.1% in the last 7 days, coming in at $20,242. Ethereum up 1.8%, $1,368. We got BNB making a move at 5%, coming in at $295, almost getting to that $300 mark. XRP 9% for the week. Good news with XRP in the SEC and all the lawsuits they got going on. We're going to chart XRP. I'm going to tell you guys, in my opinion, what's going to happen. I think it's going to crap the bed, but you guys don't want to miss it, so stick around till later on in the video. We got Cardano. It is actually down 1.5 for the week, coming in at 43 cents. Must be something going on with them. Dogecoin is up, XRP moves, SHIB moves, Doge moves, 6.9%, coming in at a little over 6 cents. So pretty much green, guys, all the way across the board. Matic coming in at 14-cent move for the week, right around 85 cents. Now we shorted a few times in the Discord signal group, shorted a couple of these assets. I know Matic was one of them, and these were quick shorts, moved stop losses down into profit immediately. That's what you do when you're leverage trading. If you get a nice good cushion in there after you enter, you want to start dropping that stop loss, locking in them gains. What up, Jacob Anthony? I am confused between SafePal, Ellipal, and Keystone. In my opinion, buddy, I've never heard of the other two. I've heard of SafePal. I know Crypto Mikel uses SafePal. So I would go with them if you're talking hardware wallet. Pretty sure that's what you're talking about, right? I would definitely say the SafePal. And I've actually am thinking about ordering one of those. I need a new one. I'm using a Trezor hardware wallet right now, and those are just, need to stay away from those. I was actually watching a video of a guy hacking one right before I started the stream, so yeah, stay away from Trezor. SafePal is pretty legit. we're going to jump right on over to TradingView. This is where I'm doing all of my charting. You guys can sign up for free account. You do not need a paid subscription to this. And you can get a hold of me in the Discord, and I'll give you some free tools. I'll even show you how to use them. If you watch any of my older videos, I go through, you know, I use this tool the most. It's the one on top that overlays the candles. These are moving averages. I use these the most. This is the tool I'll give you for free. Watch a couple videos. You'll learn how to use it pretty quickly. Yeah, go safe, pal. We're going to jump down to the daily on Bitcoin. As you guys can see on the daily, we have gotten back above the 21 and above the 50-day. We did close above the 50-day so far 2 days consecutively. We got 22 hours, 53 minutes in this next candle right now. Bitcoin is making a bull flag pattern. I'd like to see maybe like another day or two to confirm that pattern, make it a little bit bigger. But this is pretty good. This is pretty bullish for Bitcoin right now to see this happen. You guys can see that this box of support that we drew in last week, where it was make or break, it had to hold. You guys can see we did dip down in that area, and that's why we always measure support and resistance as areas and not just single lines. So you can see that we did dip down in that area of support. We respected it, we validated it, and then we continued to trade sideways, and we made our break for that 21-day moving average. You see we tested it quite a few times through here, and we know that when price action is underneath the moving averages, they are acting as resistance. And you guys got to kind of visualize sellers being in this area. So every time we come up and test this resistance, we test that moving average, we're plucking all them guys out selling. We're going to take them out. Eventually, we're going to get to a point where there's no more people selling, and we're going to break up through there. We're going to get enough momentum, and that's exactly what happened on the 21. We get above the 21, we closed. We start the next daily candle and shoot straight above the 50-day and close. So that was pretty bullish. And then the next day close, that was yesterday, we closed above that 50. So right now, guys, we want to keep above the 50-day moving average. We want to keep closing and validating, respecting this moving average, because now it is acting as support. We are over top of it. If we can respect the support, we're going to take on that next area of resistance around that 21,000 all the way up there to 22,600, 23,000. What up, Crypto Nico, Bait Shop Billy? How you doing, brother? Seems like institutional hedging from currency nightmares last couple weeks, huh? What up, Gundy? Man, the markets have just been all kinds of crazy the last couple weeks, man, and I've had super good success just shorting all these pumps, right? I'm just shorting the shit out of everything. These are all just little relief rallies. You know, you can't go down forever. You can't go straight down. So we know the economy sucks. We know that the markets across the board are pretty bearish, right? No brainer for me on some of these pumps. I did short XRP earlier when it hopped up there. Yesterday's candle, so it just printed a new daily's candle. So yesterday's daily candle, which was just a couple hours ago, I did trade the wick on a short and made a little bit of funds on that. And I'm currently watching it again. It's making a nice little M pattern, so we'll see. We're going to chart XRP and take a look at it. Good news with XRP and their lawsuits and all that, but I still think they're going to go down, and I'm going to show you guys why in the chart. So let's see for Bitcoin. If we can get back up above and we start hitting this little area of resistance, and this is not too significant. I mean, it's about a medium-ish, right? That's around that 22, that 23. If we can get up above here, close above 24,000, we're going to have that nice little area again where there's nothing between there and that 200-day moving average all the way up to the 28, 29, $30,000 area. So be watching for this, guys. Probably trade sideways for a little bit here. As long as we stay above the 50 and the 21, we're in good shape. We don't want to get back down here into that support zone. We don't want to get back down in that box. We want to make a new box up above it. So be watching. We're going to layer it up, and hopefully we'll get through this layer, and then we'll hit this 200-day. I'd be looking for rejection at the 200-day on Bitcoin. And remember, guys, as the days go on, the moving average moves. So, you know, by the time we get there, this moving average might be down here at like 26,000. So watch for the wick up to this little area of support, 29, 30,000. If we get above here, we're not out of the woods quite yet. We need to get above at least 24,500, close above there for a week or so before I'd even be considering this 200-day. This is just something to look forward to in the future, right? Don't fall for the long squeeze, in my opinion. We're probably going down more. Gundy, that's exactly how I feel, buddy. Exactly how I feel. Definitely, you know, it's alright to be buying small bags for investing, you know, investing accounts or whatever, but as far as trading right now is like, you should be shorting all these pumps or selling, you know. Buying the bottom, selling the tops is how you're supposed to do it, right? Jump over here to the weekly. We did have a bearish crossover where the 21 crossed underneath the 200, so that's pretty bearish on Bitcoin. You can see that price action is still underneath the 200 week, and we're gonna get rid of this box. I'm gonna get rid of all the crayon drawings right now. So we're still, this kind of looks like a bear flag, but this is not a bear flag. I don't want you guys to get confused. Bear flags, and we talked about this on last week's video, bear flags need to go in a parallel channel, right? And the support and the resistance lines have to be pretty parallel to each other. The flagpole can be sideways, the flagpole can be straight up and down, the flagpole can be, you know, whatever, but as long as the channel is correct. So you got this pattern over here where we come down and the channel slants, right? We break to the upside. It's kind of like what we're doing here. We got the channel kind of slanting down, kind of flattish. So this is probably going to break to the upside. I know this is a lot of crazy ass lines I just drew in there. But just look how similar these patterns are. Now if I take those off and show you, this is a bear flag. See how nice and parallel the support and resistance lines are to each other on that pattern? Then you get the breakdown. So please just don't get these confused, because if you don't know and you're just going in really quick and you see this, you know, you're going to just think in your head, oh, that's a bear flag. Really, it's not. It's almost forming a W, almost sometimes a double bottom, and this is kind of pretty close to a double bottom. BTC might be going up, but our fiat is plummeting. To hedge currencies in today's world, you need Bitcoin, though, in my opinion. Old timers are going to dabble with their gold hiding places. It will be new money, is all I'm saying. Definitely can surprise you. Oh, for sure. For sure. I can agree with that. I can get down on that. Be watching for that pop-up. So looking on a weekly, be definitely looking for that pop-up to 23, 24,000. And if we can get back above this 200-week moving average, that would be super, super awesome for Bitcoin. We've spent multiple weeks, months below this. You look back in history, and we've only ever touched the 200-week for a little bit and then zoomed right back up above it. Looking down here on the oscillator, momentum didn't quite get down here to the oversold. So again, take what I'm saying with a grain of salt as far as breaking resistance and going up. You know, this is definitely a decent little area at 30,000. I wouldn't suspect we go up higher than that. And on the daily, that's the 200-week moving or 200-day moving average, right around 30,000, I think. What was it? Yeah. 27, 28. On the weekly, it's the 50. The 50-week moving average is sitting at that resistance area. But definitely have room on that oscillator for momentum to just dip on down and make you another wave and get down below this oversold mark. Purple haze, 20,900 incoming. 20,900. Where's 20,900 on the chart? Let me go back to the daily real quick. Yeah, 20,900 is definitely possible, man. Definitely possible. It's putting you right up in this area here. I just draw a quick line, but it's putting you right in there somewhere, and you do got little spots of old support and resistance, so very possible it goes up there and rejects. On a daily, we are creeping up on the overbought. As soon as we cross the line on the oscillator, it's going to start printing these red dots. The small red dots kind of representing, hey, we've probably topped out, or you can look at it as a sell indicator, as a sell signal. And then same when it prints the big red dot. The big red dot saying, okay, like we're for sure topped out right now at this point in time. Your confirmation is the orange wave in the back clips off. So when the orange wave in the back clips off the blue wave, boom, you just follow the momentum. You follow the momentum down. Several different ways to trade those momentum waves on there. You can, use the dots for reference. You can use the waves. You can use the VWAP wave, money flow index wave, bullish divergence, bearish divergence, overbought, oversold conditions. There's all kinds of different things. Root wave, trigger wave. If I turn the DCA moving average crossover script off and I turn on the power tool real quick, the power tool is an EMA ribbon. Wonder why the ribbon's not coming on. They've done a lot of updating, so I got to go through and do a lot of updating on this stuff. Boom, boom. So this EMA ribbon has 10 different EMAs. You can have this script show you buy, sell signals. It'll do all kinds of different things. Turn those off. When we are trading above the ribbon, just like moving averages, when we're trading above the ribbon, it's acting as support. When price action is below the ribbon, it is acting as resistance. These are exponential moving averages. These are not moving averages, so that they calculate a little bit different. So what the wave does, or what the ribbon does, is it expands and it contracts, right? Every time that the ribbon contracts, so it expands, the ribbons spread way out, then it contracts. When it contracts, that means that the ribbon has recovered and that there's about to be an explosion and they're about to expand again, and when they expand, that's price action, momentum. And when that happens, it will print a blue triangle telling you, hey, the EMA ribbon has now contracted, get ready for price action. So boom, they contracted here, then it expanded really quick. Normally it'll be a couple candles back, you'll be ready for it. So again, here it comes down, it recovers, it contracts, it's getting ready to explode. Hey, get ready for price action. Boom, it happens again. Now you can see at current time right now on the daily that the ribbon has contracted, has printed the triangle saying, hey, the ribbon has recovered, get ready for explosion. Get ready for them to expand. The bottom indicator is DCA oscillator, and the top indicator is the power tool. There's several different versions of this tool out there. Some cost thousands, some cost 25 bucks a month, some, you know what I mean, it just depends. The triangles The green and the orange, those let you know when the money flow index wave on the oscillator changed from green to red. I thought it was important. Sorry, I thought it was important to have that in there so that way you could decipher when bullish and bearish money are coming in and coming out of an asset. So when it changes, it'll tell you. So right here it went from red to green. Told you that there. From this orange one, it went from green to red. Now you'd have to zoom in and look at the line. And again, they've updated a lot of stuff, so I got to go in and redo some of these waves, because see how the overlap's not working? But you can still see the line went from green to red, and it's telling you that here. We're going to jump over to Ethereum. Ethereum is making this humongous breakout pattern right here. I told you guys last week that we don't trade inside this pattern. We're going to wait for the break. So far, it's been respecting this trend line. For the record, I did trade it. I did take a long at the bottom of the trend line. Only because I've seen that we did reject there and respected support. We respected the trend line. So I did take the buy. And I took profit at the very first candle. I didn't wait to go up to the 21. Totally suspected that we were going to test the 21, but I got impatient. So I ended up just taking my profit and I got out, but it kept going. So now we're testing this little area of resistance here. We're going to draw a box in. And it's going to go up there to that 50-day moving average. And the top of that box is going to be right around $1,500. And the bottom of the box where we're hitting now is right around 1381 to 1400. VWAP on the oscillator is above 0, so that's pretty bullish for Ethereum. And the wave, momentum wave, you know, it's making a nice trend, and we're following the trend up here, so everything's looking good. The bots definitely know when Billy buys or sells, they take it. So we're about 3/4 to the end of this pattern. I suspect we probably won't make our break till we're about over here. And this is going to be right around the 16th, 17th of October. So in between that time, we could definitely spike up here to that $1,490, $1,500 on Ethereum. Be watching it there. Right there, people could be getting excited again, and we could make the break for the trend right there. If we break this trend line, we'd be breaking major resistance to the left of it. So if we broke that trend line and closed above 1650, definitely going to probably spike up to the 200-day right around 1912. That's if we break the top of this pattern. This is a big pattern, so it's going to be a big move whenever it does, and vice versa. If we break the bottom of it, it's going to break down. So if we do break the bottom of it, we're going to take a short leverage position. Again, we're going to probably, got to really be watching around that 1300, 1280. That's decent support right there. Well, it's old resistance, so it'll be new support to the right. I'd probably wait for a confirming candle. So if we broke the pattern, let it close, let the next candle open, and make sure that it keeps going. Take your trade on that second candle. But if it does break down, then be looking all the way down to 1027. We scrunch this in. Next little blips are going to be around 781. I know that sounds crazy, you guys. 781 to 670. I know that sounds crazy, but it's possible. It's so possible. If this the resistance was a little bit more parallel, it'd be a bear flag. That's right, Gundy. If you join the Patreon group Purple Haze, you'll get this oscillator, and you'll get the power tool. You'll get all this stuff in this folder. Everything that I just scrolled through here. There's all kinds of different stuff in here. You'll get all that stuff. There's reversal system, there's smart candles, there's moon phases, RSI top and bottom, reversals, all kinds of different ones. Smart candles are pretty cool if you're trying to learn what candles are and like spotting dojis and stuff like that. The script that overlays the DCA power tool, it'll actually it'll show you doji candles. You can go into the settings, show doji candles, click it on, go to style, doji, let's make them red, X. See, so like right there, it prints an X. So what I don't know if you know what a doji candle is or not, but a doji candle is an indecisive candle. Market's indecisive. You normally want to trade these when you see them at the top of a pump or at the bottom of a dump. That's when you trade them. Don't trade them in between, like, you know, on a run up or a run down. You want to see them at the bottom. So like you come down here, this is a hammer candle. This is good to see at the bottom too. Here you come up to the top of a pump. Boom, you see one here, prints an X. That's a sign of a reversal. What a doji is when the candle opens and closes at the exact same spot for the most part, and the candle kind of looks like a thin cross. You have long-legged dojis, you have gravestone dojis, you have spinning tops, morning stars, you got all kinds of different names. None of the names really matter too much, just as long as you know what the formation of the candle means. For instance, the gravestone doji. Basically an upside down cross, right? That's very bearish. So it's important to know, like, a lot of people just look at line charts and it drives me crazy because you cannot get any information off a line chart. You can see the basic support and resistance areas on a line chart, but you're missing the whole story. The candles tell you a lot too. Especially if you're trading in betweens, you know what I mean? You're trading these little downs and these little ups. You have to know what these candles mean and know what they're doing. So you know when the volume's running out and the momentum's running out of the play, and you can get in or out, right? So if ETH-W, the new ETH, what do you guys think about that? Anybody invested in that? Anybody think it's going to go anywhere? We're going to look at ERG. We're looking at ERG because a lot of people have moved to this mining. This is a perfect example of a bull flag. Boom, boom, breaks to the upside. So that's what we're doing right now at current. Yes, we did get that bearish cross, 21 crossed under the 200-day moving average. That is bearish. That's probably what this move is down. But be watching for the pop back up to the 200, up to that $2.98, that $3 mark. And then if we can get above the 200, we can make support for a couple days above $3. We'll tackle that $3.40. And then we'll have to get above that, make support. But for the most part, you guys, when we are testing some of these major moving averages, I'm taking the short position. I'm not taking the buys. It's easier to take the short until the daily moving averages turn bullish. Yeah, bait shop. Matic has been weird. I shorted it once on one candle, a daily candle. I got on a wick. I got in at the top and made a little bit of money very quickly, and then re-entered again when the wick went back up, and I was in the red for quite a while. I had to hold that trade for a minute. Right now I'm in a current short on XRP and on ENS. Right now I'm down 30.76% on XRP and I'm up 11.94% on my ENS. But that's how she goes, right? I mean, she'll be red for a while and she'll get down to once my trade works out and everything plays out, I'll be I'll be in the clear, hopefully, right? Bro, try Pancake Swap. I'm serious. What up, ABMNS Productions? How you doing, brother? Appreciate you very much for stopping in. But Bait Shop, check out Pancake Swap, man. You do have to use a VPN if you're in the state. You know, just turn that baby on to Hong Kong, sign in with your MetaMask. You'll go into Pancake Swap, you'll go down to Perpetuals. But dude, I've made more money there. Like, their trading is way slower over there, man. Like, it's weird. Where I would get stopped out on Bybit or Phemex, like, it's not even getting close to my stop losses on Pancake. And I've actually made, I think, more money just in the few months I've been trading on Pancake Swap, leverage trading, than I have anywhere else. So check it out for real. It's I've been really liking it. There's a few things I don't like, which I'm gonna email them and give them, you know, pointers and all that stuff, their feedback. But there's quite a few things like stop losses. I like to be able to put my stop loss in with percentages, right? So like you enter a trade and then you can go down and click a button and say, all right, give me a stop loss when I get to 15% red. And then I also like when I enter a trade and it's a limit order, or I enter a trade and I have my I'm in my position and then I enter my stop loss. I like my trade to show up on the chart, and then I like to be able to grab it and drag and drop it wherever I want to on the chart, and then it amend itself and, you know, put in the right data for, you know, for my move. They are still like, the Pancake Swap is still like old school as far as the user interface goes, getting in and getting out of a trade or setting up a stop loss. Bybit though is pretty sweet, as in you can hold both sides of the position. So you can go long and short on the same position at the same time. So you can pretty much guarantee that no matter what, you'll win, right? Yes, it can, guys. That's why you got to be very careful, and you got to only trade when it makes sense, man. If we're not testing a moving average and that moving average isn't lining up with like major resistance, then don't short. Trading bear markets are way better than trading bull markets. It's my success rate. I've been trading a lot more in the bear market, and I've been my success rate's pretty good. I might just post, I'm gonna see if I can black out my P&L, but show the win part of it, you know what I mean? But not show exactly what I made off of it. Crypto paper route can also lose no matter what. Well, there's so many different aspects when it comes to leverage trading. So you got funding rate, where, you know, longs pay shorts or shorts pay longs, and you can make money or lose money 8 hours depending on what side of the position that you're holding. So you gotta keep that in mind, as well as keep in mind, you know, where exactly you're entering or exiting your trade, where you're putting that stop loss. I definitely recommend trading daily charts, weekly charts, and only trading those moving averages and those tests of those big areas of supports on them charts, or big areas of resistance. If you guys zoom out onto a daily chart and you draw your box of resistance in, right? So let's get rid of some drawings. Let's draw a box of resistance. We'll draw it up to that 50-day. Right? Draw that in. You know that 200-day moving average is there. You got your box of support right there. You're on a daily chart. So if this is big enough on a daily chart that you drew your box in there, then it's pretty significant area for the most part. And you're zoomed way out, so you're getting way more information. Your tools are way stronger. Your box of support or resistance is going to be way stronger. Everything is going to be a lot better than if you're zoomed in on a 4-hour chart trying to trade a small, insignificant area of support or resistance, right? Nothing wrong with trading the smaller time frames, but you got to remember they're quicker trades. The smaller the time frame, smaller the move. The less you can rely on your indicators, the less accurate they're going to be. So try to get in the habit of zooming out and doing the daily for a while, and then just trade your breakout trades or trade your moving averages. I bet your wins will go up a lot more. But if you're using the wrong leverage too, like anything other than like ETH and any altcoins, 3 to 5x. Bitcoin, 10 to 25. I try not to go no higher than that. Bait shop Billy, dude, I'm telling you, the smaller bites win. I was talking to Mikkel not long ago, and when I started testing out Pancake, I put $25 on there, and right so far right now, just on that one test account, that $25 is over $300 right now, and that's just with 20 bucks, dude, just testing it, and seeing how the user interface works. And so every trade was, my first like 20 trades was super small for $10, $15, and then I had to leave at least $5 to $8 in there for cushion. Or trade on Bybit or Phemex testnet. Get on a testnet and use fake money, and learn the user interface and learn how everything works, and make sure you have things down pat. Because there's way too much stuff in leverage trading that you have to know before you just willy-nilly go in and start entering and exiting trades. It's a lot different than spot trading, that's for sure. Did you guys hear about Coinbase the other day having their little giddy up happen where you could not link bank accounts, or you could not buy, sell, or send or receive any crypto through bank accounts or anything like that? And it was funny because I tried to add a new bank account and debit card yesterday and the day before, and it would not let me do it. And then all of a sudden today, I go in and go to see if I could do it, and it was all there. All I had to do was verify. So it was weird. Sol definitely making bear flag patterns over and over. Probably watch for that pop up to that $36, that $37 mark right at that 21-day moving average. Watch for rejection there. Why? We got old support going to be resistance, old support going to be resistance, and the moving average itself is resistance. If for some reason we do break above that 21-day moving average and we close and we get back above that $39, $40, and we can keep that as support, it could shoot all the way back up to 78 to 90 pretty quick. This is not that much, and you can't really count this because this was a straight up move. So Sol's at an interesting place right now. You could kind of say it's a big head and shoulders pattern, maybe inverse cup and handle, all kinds of different things you could say right here. This is interesting though. Bear flags, the oscillator gave us three humps. I'd be careful with this one. Sol's been having weird stuff happen to him here lately anyways, with their blockchain constantly going down and weird shit being paused. And right, I don't really like it all that much. Mikkel uses it a lot. I've never really used it, I guess, so I guess I can't go say I don't like it, but because I've never used it. But at the same time, there's been way too much crap around it. Maybe switch from Swift Banking to QFS. Right? We're going to take a look at Flux real fast. I am currently mining Flux. I have not looked at the price since last week. Definitely 100% mining at a loss right now. 100%. So I had the bright idea. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and build the kids a gaming computer for Christmas, and I'll just rip one of the cards off the rig and I'll throw it in their PC. So I ended up getting a nice case. I got a nice Ryzen 5 3600 CPU with the cooler for it. I got a 600 watt EVGA power supply, AM4 motherboard, a gigabyte motherboard with 32 gig of RAM, and I'm gonna pull a hard drive out of one of my other old computers, my little small Zotac computer I built, and just was like, you know, I'm gonna throw this thing together and it'll be a sweet Christmas present. I got the case yesterday, and as soon as I picked the box up, man, I knew it. They shattered the whole freaking glass panel on it, busted all over everything. So called UPS, told them, hey man, you guys broke my shit. And then they came today, right as soon as I got home, they pulled in and came and took the package back. So I don't know what's gonna happen, if they're gonna reimburse me for the case, or if they're gonna send me one like it. I'm not sure. The case is over $200, so it'd be sweet if they just reimburse me. Flux ain't doing nothing like too crazy good. It is above that 50-day moving average. Oh no, we're on the 4-hour chart. Son of a gun. Got its bearish cross on the 21 and 200. Same with the 21 and 50. She's been heading straight down. Yeah, Flux don't look very good at all. Hit that resistance at that 84-85 cents. Came down. Wouldn't be surprised to see a pop back up to the 89 to 92 cents, and then a rejection there. That's a pretty big area of resistance. Starts at that 21 day, and we're going to be generous and go up to the 50. So almost at $1, right? Anywhere from right now where we're not even up there yet, but it's possible from 88 to almost $1. And you can see on the oscillator that we are kind of bottomed out here. We're really close to that overbought, or oversold, I'm sorry. It did print a green dot, but it still doesn't mean momentum can't come back and dip down here. It's been a long time though since momentum has been down there. Shit, momentum didn't get down here didn't get under 0 until September, so damn. 2 months. 2 months it's been doing pretty good. Flux is gonna have quite a bit to get through here. If it can get if it gets back to $1.13, we'll definitely go back up to $1.30. I don't think it'll ever go back over $1.30 for quite a while. We'll need to be back into bull run status. And I guess it's not too terribly far away. Very possible, I guess. My bad. We probably could hit up there if we had enough momentum. I get 0.3 flux, 0.03 flux maybe. Yeah, 0.03 flux a day. Oof. It's pretty bad. Weekly came all the way down pretty dang close to that 21. Still would like to see maybe a tap on it. A tap down there at that 74, 75 cents before I would maybe consider longing. The only reason why I would consider longing here, guys, is because there's not enough information to really say if this weekly is bearish or not. If the 200 is up above here, or the 50 is up above here, then I'd be a little bit weary about it. But maybe a long down here at 75 cents and take profit again back up here at the 90-cent area. Crow and Litecoin. I know Crow's been moving. Don't look like it on the weekly. Maybe it hasn't. Nice broadening channel that it's making. That's a weird ass pattern. They start rounding off like this, it'll probably make maybe a cup and handle type deal. So watch for a break above that resistance line or trend line. That resistance is starting, we're testing it right now, and it's pretty significant. 11 cents up to 12.5 cents. This is going to be pretty hard for Crow to get above. That's a pretty big area. Pretty much double bottomed though. Boom boom. That's pretty damn close. Not textbook, but we were only off by like $1 or 20 cents. So don't expect Crow to get any crazy moves. I mean, it would need to get above 13, almost 14 cents, and then it would have a shot, like a straight moonshot up there to 16, 17 cents. I don't think that's going to happen though. This is a bull flag. So pop to the 50-day, 11 cents, 11.5 cents, just a shade over 11.5 cents, and then you're running into that heavy resistance. So, and it's already just over 11 cents. So 11.5 cents. I mean, you go buy a couple million right now. You know, that might make you some monies. Yep, see that trend even better on a weekly. You could draw this pattern in and just play the breakout. Breaks to the upside, buy it. Take profit at the most significant area of resistance. It breaks the bottom. Sell it. And there's really no information. I mean, she's bottomed out. I wonder if there's an all-time index for Litecoin. Nope. Litecoin has messes and messes and messes of resistance, man. Yep, look for a rejection at the $57 mark. Don't think it's going to go any higher than that. Possible wick to 61. But again, there's so much resistance in there, and it's about to have a death cross on a weekly. The 50-week moving average is about to cross under that 200-week. Super bearish. Super bearish for Litecoin. Litecoin is actually making a bear flag. You got your flagpole. Boom. Then you got your nice parallel. Bam. Bam. See how it's slanted upwards? I didn't do the best drawing my lines in there, but you guys see what I'm saying. That's right. DCA season, my friend. But this is definitely making a bear flag. So probably watch. It'll probably go up to that moving average on that weekly, and it'll probably reject at the $57 mark. Maybe go a little past $58, and boom, rejection there. I'm so confident in that I'm probably going to go ahead and maybe set up a short. Usually on bearish crossovers on moving averages, we pump before we dump. So keep that in mind. So we might get that little run up there. I am going to be ready. I'm going to short the crap out of it. Not financial advice. Dang. So the 50-day moving average is right around the $55.90, $56 would be the area to be trading on the daily, to be taking a short. What do we say it was on the weekly? The weeklies were right around 57.25. The daily's at 56. We'll say 56. 57.25 is right around in there. So yeah, I mean, either or. Either or, you could set up 2 positions there, set up a short right at the 50, and then set another short up right up above it in case it wicks up. That's what I'm probably going to do. I don't think it's going to go any higher than that, man. It's going to be a big breakdown. Definitely probably see some of that $50. Be nice to see some $20, $25 Litecoin again. So definitely look down to the 50 first. 50 is really good support, like really good. 50 down to 45 is probably where she'll bounce around at for quite a while. It'd take quite a lot for it to break down below even farther than that, like down to 40. So I don't think it'll get down to 40. I think it'll probably stay above 45, 50 and just bounce around quite a bit. We got about 10 minutes left. Is there anything you guys want to look at before we end the stream? Any crazy news? Anybody here? Is there any crazy stuff going on with any blockchains or anything that anyone needs to be aware of? Yeah, let's take a look at old Matic. And we gotta look at XRP real quick too. So when I shorted Matic, I shorted here on this first candle. Or was this red candle? I'm sorry, back here at the 21. I shorted here. And got that good trade. And then I got stopped out. I think when I re-entered, I got stopped out up here. But be looking for a jump up there to 88 cents. Why 88 cents? 200 days sitting right there as resistance. And then we're looking left and there's tons of old support right there. It kind of starts right where we're at. Oh, let me get that off there. We're kind of testing it right now. Boom, boom. So old support, you guys. Old support. New resistance. New resistance. The top of that box is right around 88 cents, almost 89 cents. The bottom of the box is going to be right around 85 cents, almost 86 cents. Very possible. We do got 22 hours and 7 minutes left in this daily candle. Bullish, some bullish scenarios, moving averages are starting to curl to the upside. So obviously we'd like to see the 21 on top, 50 in the middle, 200 on the bottom. So technically we're still in a bear market with Matic. It's still very bearish. Maybe we'll do a cup and handle. Several different patterns that we could be running right here. Watch for this. And usually some squirrely shit happens right here. And then boom, it takes off. Squirrelies is what gets you, right? So that would be your cup and handle play. Yep, I might set up for another short on this too, because this is pretty significant area of resistance, and we are under that 200-day. So stuff just like this is why you should be thinking short. Look over at the weekly. Everything's changed over, man, so it's like nothing even happened. Like some places will call it ETH2 or new ETH. But like MetaMask and everything, same thing. Nothing's really changed. I buy Ethereum on Coinbase, send it to MetaMask, or whatever it is that I'm doing. But like if you ever need help, or if you're trying to do something specific, hit me up in the Discord and I can help walk you through it. Matic on the weekly chart, you see on the daily, see this little box we drew on the daily? See how things become less significant or more significant depending on where you're zooming in or zooming out on time frames. So we zoomed in. When we were zoomed in on the daily, we're like, man, you know, that's pretty significant area of resistance, right? I mean, that looks like a shit ton of resistance. But compared to the zoomed out and more of a macro look at it, it doesn't seem all that significant, right? but it is, trust me, it is. But let's say on the weekly we break up above this, right? We get up above 90 cents and we close above 90 cents. Then where are we going next? We're going for the next significant area. And this is why I always tell you guys the best way to map out your support and resistance is on the daily or the weekly time frame. You're going to get a way better overall picture. Too many times we stay zoomed in too much and we're not getting enough information. Whoops. Boom, boom. So just like that, another huge area of resistance. You can go in there with your markers and mark the bottom. So the bottom of that's going to be right around $1.01 and then $1.30. Always look left and always set up the stop losses. Always. I think Bitcoin just flipped 20,300. Might be temporary support. Yep, 20,339. Zoom down on this. We'll draw a little box of resistance in there. So these are the areas I'm going to be looking for. We're going to turn the crossover script back on, turn that one off. So right now we are above the 50-day moving average, so that's pretty bullish for Bitcoin. That's very good. So we are currently hitting resistance right now. So if we can get through the box, and we'll probably bounce around, let's draw some stuff on here. We're probably going to go up, come down, go up, come all the way down, go up again, zigzag. Don't know why that happened. When it pastes that, it'll paste like 100 of them. So many times I've clicked the can. It's ridiculous. It's because my mouse has 7,842 buttons on it. So all my trading view tools are, you know, they're attached to each button on my mouse, so I don't have to go over here to the toolbar and constantly find stuff or go down here. I can just hit the button on the mouse. Well, occasionally I'll hit a combination of buttons and then it does this crazy, oh, I'm gonna paste the last thing you had in there 6,842 million times. Oh man, it really pisses me off too, because it's like, damn it, because you can't just go in and delete all of them. You got to do this on this chart until it's gone. We'll just grab it and let's see. Look at that. Oh, only 3 left. Damn. So anyways, we go back to what we was doing. Yeah, drawing through here like this. Once we get above here, we need to close above this, make this support, and then we're gonna go to the next area. You know, right here. And it'll zigzag its way around, come up, make that support now. It'll just, that's what we want to see, right? That's what needs to happen. That's what needs to happen. We don't want to break down in between here and there. We need to get all the way above that box and close for things to stay bullish. As of right now, we're looking pretty bullish as far as moving averages and getting up above them and closing. 22 hours exactly left in this daily candle, so let's see what happens. Let's see if we can stay above that 50. Could be quadruple, triple, double, whatever million tops you want to say, because there's all kinds. We're already kind of double topped. You look at any of these tops over here, we're right there. So be watching it. ETC mooning? That'd be sweet. That would be sweet. Oh man. It's hitting that 21 day moving average. Probably tons of resistance in there, looks like it. It'll probably reject here, I would say. This is it's probably a good short, but notice that pattern I was telling you guys earlier. This is the pattern I was telling you guys earlier. Most people mistake as a bear flag, when in fact these break to the upside. See how it slants down? Bear flags slant up. So yeah, this was let's see, 29.26 starts that resistance. I probably could possibly pop up to $32, but I probably bet it rejects right here. And we got a bearish cross. See how the script also prints the crosses. So when you get a bearish or bullish crossover, the script will show you that printed across. That one's hard to see. There's a green one there. Sometimes they're hard to see. There's a purple one, green one. Yeah, I'd like Ethereum Classic to get back up in there into the $30, $40 range. This is what I mined for the first couple years when I started mining. This was all that I mined. And then I got pushed right out of it when the merge happened. Went from making $10 a day to making, it was like 20 cents. 20 cents a day. Yeah, so took quite the hit on that. Almost completely lost all my earnings, right? The only good thing was I ROI'd on my rig pretty fast. I bought all used cards. You know, I didn't buy no 3090s or anything like that. I just got a bunch of 570s and 580s and 480s and so then I decided to go to Flux just because you get paid in all the parallel assets, and really thinking about doing a node. I need to just pull the trigger and buy the 1,000 Flux and put it into a node. Well, alright guys, time is up. I gotta get into the exchange so I can short Ethereum Classic. Let's jump back and look at it real quick. So you can draw this. There's several different ways you can draw this on here. Stretch this line way out. So this would be a valid wedge. It's almost the same type of pattern like Ethereum's doing right now. We're at the top of that wedge, Purple Haze. We're at the top of that wedge. So this is what you do, right? This is a perfect breakout setup. This is the exact same thing we got drawn on ETH. ETH's doing the same kind of pattern pretty much. ETH is a little bit more slanted upwards. That's why I'm leaning more towards maybe a breakdown with Ethereum. But that doesn't mean that's what Bitcoin's going to do, right? Keep in mind, Bitcoin is almost in the oversold on the daily. Weekly, we're at the bottom. So we could go way up. We could go way up. Get past them moving averages at 23,300 and then be looking for the 30,000 area. But going back to the daily, draw this in on your chart. Even after we get off the stream, go back to the very end of it and pause it so you can draw it just like how I have it. You're gonna wait till price breaks out of the pattern. Most times you might want to wait a day and let it close outside of the candle, and then that's your confirmation. It closes outside of the pattern, then boom, buy the second candle. Or you can just buy the break and put your stop loss in here. But when this thing breaks out, you're going to buy the break. Okay, you're going to try to time it up as soon as it breaks out of the pattern. Don't buy inside the pattern. Wait till it breaks out. It's major resistance at that point, a major trend line. Trend lines are valid until you have a closing candle outside of them. The trend becomes invalid after you have a closing candle inside. So for instance, like I couldn't take this trend line. What the heck? I couldn't take this trend line and move it up here because there's several closing candles on the outsides of it. You can go down to wicks, but as long as you can't have no bodies on the outside of your trends, and you got to have at least 3 touches, at least 3 touches. The more touches, the better. The more touches, the stronger the pattern is. So it breaks out of the top of the pattern. You're going to buy it. You're going to put your stop loss back inside. You could, if you buy the break out of the top, you can go about a quarter of the way down. Put your stop loss in there like at 19,600, right? If you sell and you short it, if it breaks the bottom, let's say it came back down here and breaks the bottom, you're going to sell and you're going to put your stop loss about a quarter of the way back inside your pattern. It's a must that you put that stop loss in there, because on breakout trades, they're 80-20. 80% of the time, they go the way they break out. But there's always that 20% of the time where it breaks out of the pattern and then it turns right back around and comes back inside the pattern. And almost 100% of the time, if it does come back inside the pattern, it goes all the way through the pattern. So you need that stop loss to get you back out at a decent price. What up, Nemesis? Pumptober. So take out a second mortgage into Bitcoin now. Exactly. What up, Crypto Crag? Gotta do what you gotta do. Real quick, we gotta look at SwapSpace real fast. I don't really want to, but we're gonna. Okay, I am, for the record, currently in a XRP short right now. I am currently down 31.2%. Neither here nor there. I totally expected that. I didn't quite get in where I wanted to. So she's gonna go red for a minute, but I have full faith I'm gonna win my trade. I like trading these M patterns, right? Some M's only come 3/4 of the way up to the pattern and then down. So I'm in just a bit early. Now this is my second trade on XRP. I've already shorted it once today. I shorted on yesterday's candle technically. It was today, but it was yesterday's candle, right? I shorted right at the top of that candle, rode the wick down, and inched my stop loss down and locked my profits in. When she bounced back up, I got knocked out, but I was knocked out in profit. So now I'm just kind of waiting. Like I said, I'm down 30%, and I am up here relatively at the top. I'm pretty much right under that wick. My entry is 49.13. Yeah, 49.13. Mark price is 49.58. So I'm like right in, just below it. My leverage, I'm only using 4.72 leverage right now. So yep, that's where I'm shorting, is at 50-ish, 49, 50-ish. But being down 30% really isn't shit in the grand scheme of things. Remember, that's using leverage. So 30% really ain't that much. Not at 4.72% leverage. We'll see what happens. I'm thinking it's probably going to reject here soon. Now, the biggest thing I wanted to show you guys, the biggest thing I wanted to say to you, so back in frickin' Let me see here. Is it gonna give it to us? It's not gonna give it to us. Maybe KuCoin. Dang, look at that wick on KuCoin. Look at that wick, all the way down to frickin' 00271. Damn. Well, never mind. I can't find what I was gonna show you. It's not giving me enough information. Anyway, so back 2017 militia there. XRP made its all-time high to $3, right? And then we had bear market. Then this new bull cycle happened. Almost every asset across the board made their new all-time high. Almost every asset went above the old 2017, 2018 all-time high. SwapSpace was one of the only assets that did not do that. So in my opinion, that's a big red flag to me, that just because all this good news is happening around them does not mean anything. I don't think XRP will ever make an all-time high again. I think it's gonna not probably be in the top 10 ever again. But that's just me. I know there's fanboys of XRP. I don't think, in my opinion, it shouldn't even be in the crypto class, but neither here nor there. That does not mean that I won't make money off of it, right? That does not mean I won't trade the shit out of it. I'm not really a fanboy of anything other than Bitcoin for the most part. You guys don't ever hear me like, you know, fanboy anything to you for the most part. What up, Golden Wolf? Monero better than RTM again. Really? I need to start mining RTM again. I have a bunch, well, not a bunch, but I have a little bit in iNodes. Crypto paper out. Bought at 60 cents, sold at $1.50. Haven't touched it since. That's because you're freaking smart. That's why. That's why. Now it's getting this nice bullish cross on the daily. The 21's crossing the 200-day moving average. And then all we want to see is that 50 get up there and make a golden cross. And it would technically be in a bull run. You know, it could get up to 68, 69 cents again. It could definitely do that. I'm going to say 51 cents is probably going to be like, maybe we might see a wick up to there, 51, 52 cents. I don't think it'll go any higher than that. We'll see, though. We shall see. I'm only down 24% now, so... See, told you. It's not that I guess I can't say I hate it. I just, they're centralized. They're, you know, they're just weird. They don't do anything like what a crypto does. Their transactions are weird. Right. It's a bank token. But Crypto Crag, that being said, you know, it goes back to the thing I've said a million times about crypto, and that if you are going to be a legitimate crypto entity in the United States, eventually you are going to have to abide by all the regulations that are put out there. And if you don't, then you're not going to be allowed to operate over here. So that's why we're seeing so many more and more of these decentralized platforms go KYC, and they're making all of us KYC now and opening things up in the US. And you know, that XRP may be one of the things most widely used at that point when this happens. I don't know, you know what I mean? But I've never I've never really liked them from day one, just because of the whole centralized and how things work with them. Well-aged crypto is like a fine wine. Was it paying way more than that, Golden Wolf? I'm sure yours is paying way more than that, right? I haven't looked at mine in so long. Like I said, I only have like 4 or 5,000 in there. I ain't got nothing huge. It was just what I mined off my CPU when I was able to mine 200 or 300 of them a day, and then, you know, I got in late to the party, so it was only like a week I got to mine really good before it got flooded. Went from like 200 or 300 coin a day down to like 8 to 10. Exactly, Gundy. XRP is the opposite of Bitcoin. So if being decentralized and you know, being your own bank is your thing, then that's why you don't like XRP. But again, I'm not gonna dog anybody for holding it, because if you can make money off of it, then that's awesome. Hopefully she rejects though, and we get a down move. I'm doing good on ENS. I'm in a short on that too. I'm up 10.24%. It's been a long time since I've made a transaction with XRP, and actually right now, not very many places support it. So it's kind of hard to move it around unless you have like a Core wallet or something, or XRP wallet. You know what I mean? It's not easily movable. Couple places you can trade it, like you can like I'm shorting it right now on Bybit, and I think you can buy it on Pionex as well. Damn. Alright guys, we were 17 minutes past the time, but I appreciate you guys for stopping in. Again, if you guys are new here, you guys are interested in any kind of trading stuff, first thing you need to do is join the DCA Discord, link in the description. You can join my personal Discord too, Crypto Mentors. It is also in the description. I'm way more active though over on DCA. So you'll find me over there, but definitely join TradingView as well, and I'll give you guys some free tools and show you how to use them. If you guys are ever charting something, you're getting ready to buy something, you're not quite sure if it's a good time or if you should do it or not, send me a message in Discord. I'll definitely be more than happy to help you out. Take a look at the chart and just give you an honest opinion on what I would do, and then you know, take it from there. 230k in. Damn. Yeah, you got me blowed away big time. But like I said, I stopped mining it pretty dang quick. But what's cool about building my kid's gaming PC is I'm going to be mining, well, they're going to be mining Monero, and they're not even going to know it. It's going to be awesome. Good night, Crypto Nico, Bait Shop Billy, Crypto Crag, Golden Wolf, Sarth, Gundy, Crypto Paper out. Appreciate all you guys for stopping in. Catch you all next week. Hopefully we'll be back on schedule, and we'll do this on Tuesday. I've been talking to some people here about maybe coming on the show, and I've been talking to some people about going on their show. So hopefully I can get something going, and we can maybe mix it up and do something a little bit different. And you know, maybe not just chart. I might start doing a little bit more news. I don't know. Why don't you guys in the comments if you think there's something you'd like to start seeing me talk about or add in or anything. Let me know. I'll try to switch it up a little bit. They'll wonder why it's so hot in the gaming room. Appreciate you, Gundy. Alright, y'all. You have a good night.